You're watching live from Paris, and it's time now for our daily dose of culture news. And for that, I'm joined by Jade Barker. Hello, Jade.
Okay.
We're going to start with something that will leave Rolling Stones fans either excited or feeling like they left out.
Yeah, that's because they might be feeling a little bit miffed when they hear about the fact that the British rock stars were rehearsing here in the French capital last week. Now, they didn't disclose the location of those rehearsals. They didn't make it public, but they didn't stop some die-hard...
Would have been mayhem.
Absolutely, but actually it's not. You can see a photo there. Just a couple of dozen fans gathered outside. It didn't stop the die-hard ones from tracking them down. And actually, a handful of those were given an even special treat. They were invited inside to watch part of the rehearsal. Now, fear not, if you missed out, it's not a total disaster, because they've now released a clip from that rehearsal of their classic 1980s single called She's So Cold. It's in black and white. Let's take a listen now to that clip. Right, well, if you want to catch a bit more of that clip, they've actually put it on their Facebook page and their official YouTube account, so you can check that out. Comes, of course, as the British Rockers kick off their 2014 On Fire tour, which starts in Abu Dhabi this weekend.
I'll be sure to check it out. Now, from British rock royalty to UK fashion icons, today London Fashion Week wraps up. What were some of the highlights?
Well, some 77 designers showcased their wares during the 5-day event. There's lots of up-and-coming designers, but of course the big names steal the show. They hog the limelight. One of those being luxury British label Burberry. At their show, Paloma Faith actually performed live. Celebrities like Harry Styles from One Direction were looking on. It's actually the last show under the stewardship of both creative director Christopher Bailey and soon-to-depart chief executive Angela Ahrendts, and it was a suitably wistful, romantic, yet uplifting send-off. I'll let Bailey himself now explain what the inspiration for the collection was.
At the Bloomsbury group, so Vanessa Bell, Virginia Woolf, Duncan Grant, Roger Fry, and we were taking inspiration from the House of Charleston, where they all either lived or hung out. And we took that idea of basically at Charleston, all the furniture and the fireplaces, they're all hand painted. So we took that idea and put it into the collection through colours and also through the concept of making all these one-off little individual bags that were all hand painted in our studios.
Well, fashionistas will be packing up their stilettos in a hurry now, Claire, as Milan Fashion Week kicks off tomorrow, of course, then followed by Paris Fashion Week.
Now let's move on to some arts news, and some feathers have been ruffled after one artist destroyed another artist's work.
Yeah, this was actually a Florida painter who went into a gallery in Miami, a fairly newly opened gallery, picked up one of Chinese dissident artist Ai Weiwei's works, a vase, and smashed it on the ground. Now, he said it was in protest to the fact that this gallery wasn't showing enough local artists and just international works. This vase is actually worth $1 million, and it dates back some 2,000 years to China's Han Dynasty. Naturally, Ai Weiwei himself's not too happy about it. He's pointed out that...
Understandably.
Yeah, quite understandably. He says his work has never been shown in his country, quite a valid point, and says he doesn't support artists destroying other artists' work.
All right, we're going to stay with art. There's a rather unusual exhibition opening here in Paris, so that'll have Star Wars fans excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to ask you a question, Claire. I'm not sure whether you're a fan of Star Wars or not, but if you could choose one of the characters, who would you be?
I have to say I'm not a fan. I've actually never seen a single one.
Okay.
So I'm not sure I can even name a character.
Fair enough, fair enough. But I think I'd probably be Princess Leia. I'm just saying.
I know what she looks like, yes.
I'm actually going for a bit of a Star Wars look today.
It's looking great.
Thank you. The Star Wars Identity exhibition has just opened here at the City du Cinema in Paris. It's the first time the exhibition has come to Europe, and it's actually quite an interactive exhibition. There's quite an impressive collection of memorabilia, some 200 100 objects from the Lucasfilm archives. But on top of that, you can actually go along, you get given a wristband, and it's designed like a video game where you can, it's like you choose your own adventure and discover more about human identity and the identity of the characters. Let's listen now to the director of that exhibition explaining a bit more how it works.
The originality of this exhibit is that it's a real quest for your identity. You create your own character through various questions that will then reveal whether you're on the dark side of the Force or not.
All right, well, if you want to go check it out, you better get along there quickly. But a trip to the dark side does not come cheap. Tickets are around €20. I'm sure that's not going to be enough to put off any die-hard fans, though, especially as the 7th edition of the Star Wars series is due to come out in 2015.
Okay, thank you very much indeed, Jade. It's time now for our daily sports roundup with a look ahead to the next round.